Good afternoon. My name's Chris Brown. I'm a mining analyst with Morgans Financial. We're here in Noosa at the Noosa Mining Conference 2024. I'm with Nick Farr-Jones, who's been involved in mining now for, almost 30 years, I guess. Nick, can you just give us a little bit of your mining background?
Well, Chris, I originally studied law at Sydney Uni. I played rugby in the amateur days, which allowed me to be a student and then a lawyer. But round about 1994, I'd stopped rugby. I wasn't 100% sure if I was passionate about law. I got an invitation to join Société Générale. And that was 4 years in Paris. I took a young family up there. It was more on the derivative team, but it took me down to South Africa in particular as the world's biggest gold miner back then in the 90s. And I fell in love with mining. We opened up for Société Générale, we did general project financing, but we then realised we needed some specialists in mining, the technical issues particularly, so we set up a global mining finance team, which I came back and ran with Charles Loxton and Peter Donkin in Sydney for 10 years. And then I had the opportunity to join Taurus, where you were one of the founding directors way back in 2006-07. And I've now been with them for about 13 years. So as you say, nearly 30 years. And I love all aspects of mining, Chris. I mean, I love the fact that it goes into the decarbonisation of everything, even though young people don't realise that. I love the fact that there are so many positions in mining, the technical, the geos, the engineers, the metallurgists, the financiers, the brokers, the people in the ESG side of it. I just think it's such a unique business and it takes you around the world. And I feel very privileged to have nearly had 30 years, and the people I've worked with and the people that have been my clients, very, very special.
Nick, the mood at the Noosa Mining Conference this year, it's mainly junior mining companies. What do you think of the mood, the way people are thinking? Are they positive?
I think, Chris, that you've got nearly 1,000 registrations in the middle of winter, and wait till it gets later in the year. I think this is really vibrant. I think Morgans should be congratulated as being a major supporter of this conference, because absolutely, here we are on the second day, on the Thursday. The morning sessions were terrific. We at Taurus, we're in, as you know, the debt financing, so project financing, acquisition finance. We also have just raised a royalty fund. But just today, on the Thursday, and we're halfway through the afternoon session, there's 7 or 8 opportunities for us out there that we would love to explore, love to get to know the guys. Of course, we already know them. We've got a team of maybe 15 investment professionals, and we do know them. But, from where they are in their study work and looking to go to financing, and, it's great. And it's not just the juniors. I mean, it's great to see the junior explorers looking to get the mum and dad shareholders, of which there's probably 500 here. But also, the guys who have got market caps of 250, 500, a couple of billion. It's a great mix of different commodities, of different size companies at, all different stages of their progress.
I guess this is a bit of a Dorothy Dixer, but you mentioned Taurus Mining Fund. Can you give us a little bit of an idea of the size of it and what it's looking for?
Yeah, I think we manage about $2.5 billion US. So we raise our money mainly in the States. We lend in US dollars. So typically we do project financing. We can do equity alongside debt and acquisition finance, but we can do anything from typically 30 million US dollars up to, we can underwrite 240 million. We're hoping to raise our third credit fund, as we call it, but debt funds next year. We're lending up until April next year. We've also just raised a royalty fund. So typically we'd look to do, again, US dollars, but 5 million up to, let's say, 50 million US, typically, looking to buy royalties. So that's very exciting. But no, great team of people. And, we've got now coming up to a 2-decade track record. As I said, we're very proud that you're one of the founding directors with Gordon, Mike and Rowan. And, it's exciting. It's a good team of people. It's global. We're mainly precious metals, base metals. We do metallurgical coal and industrial minerals. But, we're prepared to probably look at uranium in the third fund, and we're starting to look at lithium, hard rock spodumene. So, we're starting to get more confident in some of the other commodities.
Yeah. Thanks very much for your time, Nick.
Pleasure, Chris.
Noosa Mining Conference, Chris Brown, thanks very much.